Me too. I mean, it's been quite a quick turnaround. I mean, we shot it about a month and a half ago, so it's kind of feels like we've rehearsed for a play, we've done it, and now it's out tonight. So I'm really excited to see what people think. A little bit nervous.
And let's, you know, because we saw a clip there, but let's put it into context then. So where is Peggy when we find her in this, or, you know, you playing her in this episode?
So we're in 1979, backdrop of London, where, you know, Thatcher's on the telly, there's rubbish on the streets, nurses are on strike. It's a little bit scary parallel to what's going on now, but we'll move on. We're not doing politics tonight. And it's kind of the Peggy Mitchell and the family before, how you know them, how you meet them now. You know, she's a proud mum. You know, it's all about her boys before they become men, and she's ultimately protecting them. You see a lot more of a relationship between her and Eric as well, which the audience doesn't know too much about.
We don't really know about, do we? Interesting.
No, it's...
figured it out earlier, weren't we?
We were like, oh, look at her.
You're gonna get all those answers tonight, for sure. It's a turbulent episode. A lot happens, you know, and... yeah, it's just been a real honour to step into her shoes again and bookend my journey. As you know, I played Babs before, but to play her as Peggy, it's been a dream come true, and also quite daunting because, I mean, let's face it, you're playing with like British TV heritage. You don't want to mess up, but also it's a real honour, and it was such a magic experience because we shot it like a play, so we got to rehearse and. You know, we did 17 sort of pages back to back in some scenes, and yeah, it was intense. But for me, it was just about sort of enjoying it while you can, instead of the nerves eating you up. And,
You mentioned that you played Dame Barbara Windsor in a story about her life, which I loved, by the way. You're brilliant.
Thank you.
How did preparing for kind of like playing the character of Peggy Mitchell like differ from playing Babs?
Well, I think I've said this in different interviews, but yeah, it was, you know, it's deadly true that I had to shake the wiggle and the giggle when it came to playing Babs. You know, Peggy, I really drew from my personal experiences with her. I was really lucky enough when we was filming together, when she was still with us, to spend a bit of time with her at home and sat round a piano on set and do songs with her. And you know, she was such a generous woman, and she was such a perfectionist, and she was so professional, ultimate professional, and you know, she would make you feel so at home. And I got to see her how she made a cup of tea and how she was at home and how she'd wear her slippers, and she was just immaculate. And I just really sort of implemented that into Peggy being at home, and you know, although they didn't have much then, and you know, Peggy's proud, and she really wants to be protect her boys and protect her family. But you know, as you'll see in this episode, the cracks definitely start to show.